That saved Washington, D.C., a little known battle. A lot of the people that even live around here don't even know what happened here. So, this is July 9th, 1864. It's a battle that saved Washington, D.C. A lot of people don't even know that. The two commanders were Jubal Early for the Confederacy with 15,000 troops, also known as Robert E. Lee's Bad Boy, and Lew Wallace for the Union with only 6,600 troops. Lew Wallace wrote the book Ben-Hur in 1889. Okay. So what is basically going on here, the war is not going well for the South. Washington, D.C. at one time was the most heavily defended city in the world, but not in 1864 in June, because Grant has pulled most of the combat troops out to be with him down here around Richmond and Petersburg. So what's left in D.C. is what we called in the Army the clerks and the jerks, and the recovering wounded. So in 1864 in June, Jubal, he comes out of the back of Richmond with his 15,000 troops in a 400 wagon train, and he goes to the bottom of the Shenandoah Valley and then transits the Shenandoah Valley north because it's under Confederate control. He crosses into Maryland about Harper's Ferry. Now the whole objective of this exercise is a couple things: threaten or capture Washington, D.C., threaten or capture Abe Lincoln, influence the 1864 election, and last but not least, influence Britain and France to recognize the Confederacy as a separate country, which they never were. They were secession states. So, got all these troops down here with him, so Washington is basically open. Well, when Jubal crosses into Maryland about Harper's Ferry, his boys start tearing up the railroad tracks for the B&O Railroad, cutting the telegraph wires, but not until word gets back to Mr. John Garrett in Baltimore, who's president of the railroad, that somebody is messing with your railroad out in western Maryland. Then the telegrams start flying between Baltimore, D.C., and Grant down here at City Point, that there's a problem happening up north. So Grant starts to pull troops off the line and put them on fast river boats to send them north. Meantime, Jubal gets to Frederick, and he tells the people of Frederick, give me $200,000 in Yankee money or I'll burn your town down. Well, he got his money, but there's never a record of it going into the Confederate treasury. So, Jubal is now in Frederick. Lew Wallace with his 6,600 men, he comes out on the railroad that's right down there today. And at Monocacy Junction, the troops disembark and they spread out, and they have this big battle. It's a one-day battle, July 9th, 1864. I think you can see what's going to happen. 15,000 against 6,600. But he delays him one day.
Yeah, we have a school of the deaf.
He says, well, I've done everything I can, and he puts his troops back on the train and goes back to Baltimore. Jubal takes an additional day to rest and refit, and then he puts his command right out on the railroad that's right out there that you probably came in on. And it's a 2.5 day foot march down to Washington. And the battle ends at Fort Stevens, which was one of the many forts around D.C., which is just south of the old Walter Reed Army Hospital. And here, he hits a brick wall, because Grant has gotten troops back into D.C. So big battle going on. Abraham Lincoln comes out to watch the battle. I guess his TV was broken or something, I don't know. And he's standing up on the parapet, and the guys are getting shot left and right. And his voice rings out, "Get down, you damn fool." Legend has it that the person that said that was a young Union officer by the name of Oliver Wendell Holmes, who later became Supreme Court Justice. So, I forgot to mention, during the battle here, we had 2 Medal of Honor recipients for combat action right out there.
Kentucky and Missouri, because those are what kind of states.
So, Jubal's knocking at the door, but he's not going to get
Right,
in.
still had slaves.
So he says, well, I've done
And,
everything I can. He takes his command, he
he
backs
also
up to
contributed
Rockville,
both
Maryland,
sides, manpower.
turns west,
Maryland,
crosses the Potomac, and he's back in Virginia, and that's the end of the
So yeah.
shenanigans. But if he had not delayed him that one day, he would have been right down in the D.C. and history could have been changed differently.
Yeah.